Me and Trae, we've been roping together for quite a long time. My first year kind of amateur rodeo, and I barely had my permit, and he didn't even have his night license, and we decided we were going to go amateur rodeo in the big Freightliner and the big trailer. So
we went to a bunch of amateur rodeos and just got a bond that we needed to be able to compete at that level, and we roped really good together, and we were able to get it done at the national finals.
I made the high school finals all 3 years now, since I was a freshman. After I missed them last year, came home and wanted to work harder at it, so this year if I got myself in the same situation, which I did both third call both years, I kind of had myself prepped and ready to be able to catch this one this year.
The previous years, with my experience at the national finals, I never did compete how I wanted to there, and so it pushed me to work every day 24/7 as much as I could. That's all I think about, is roping and trying to get better.
We were 13-6 on our first two steers, and our second steer, he ran real hard and was pushing on me, and Trae did a really good job of catching him a little bit faster. And coming into the short round, I was kind of crossed my mind what happened last year, but then I had to bring myself back to how I prepared myself for this situation again, and I just had to go do what I worked on all year in the practice pen, and I knew Trae would stick a good one.
I've been late on my first two steers, a little bit off the barrier, and I got on the barrier on the last one, got a good start, had a good steer.
He took the haze good, he kind of stepped left, and Trae just roped him pretty fast, and then I just made sure I kept good spacing and rode a good corner, and then just made sure I took a good shot because I knew he had it on him fast. And we were 5-9 on our last one, and then we were winning the average once we rode out.
After we went waiting, it was kind of nerve-wracking, especially in the team roping. I knew the kids that were ahead of us, and I know that they roped real well.
I loosened up the cinches on my bay horse and was watching second call, and then he slipped a leg on him, and then I was running up the alleyway, and then I looked over, and Mason pitched short round steer. He took a bad hop on him, and he missed him, and then that's when I realized like we had won the finals, and then our whole families were going crazy, and I couldn't help but smile.
My head horse, he actually has some ankle problems in his joints, and we give him that joint supplement, and he seems to do lots better, not near as sore if I'm pulling him hard, and it just keeps him feeling good and giving me the ability to do what I need to do out there.
My bay horse I ride, he is 8 this year. I really like using the joint support on him and the immune with as much as, I went from my high school finals to New Mexico to home to Shawnee, Oklahoma, then to nationals, so the immune worked really good for him, going from kind of colder to hot to humid back to hot, so it worked out good. And then with all the hauling I do on him too, that joint support seems to work really good.
Me and Breck, the practice sessions on our good horses, like before the rodeos, we run probably 2 or 3 steers just to make sure our horses are sharp and more sharp, and that's really all we take. We might have our practice horses that we take 6 or 7 runs on, but we don't really practice too much together just because we want to keep our good horses good and keep them sharp and not take too many to wear them out.
In the practice session, me and Trae, we just try and keep it light, and we like to joke around with each other, and like we'll have other people come over, and I'm always trying to match them for milkshakes, and we just try and keep it fun over here, because when I get to like a rodeo like that, like in the short round, I was just trying to keep it light and keep it fun. I feel like I'm more relaxed and real better that way.